see you. It is Deborah, and it is so good to see you for today's 20-minute morning mobility routine. Now, if it isn't morning wherever you are at, don't worry, it's because it's actually afternoon where I am at. I had planned to do this morning, but you know what? Life happens. So whenever those moments come on up for us, we just gotta go with the flow. So regardless of what time of day it is at for you, just get this done. I am going to mobilize you good from your head all the way down to your ankles. You're going to feel more looser. You're going to work within the range of motion that's good for you in this moment today. You're going to feel happier, healthier, and more confident because you got this done, all right? We have 20 moves. Each of the moves we're doing for 1 minute. You don't need any equipment. We're going to be on the mat the entire time. Let's get started. We're going to begin with our neck rotation. So I like to do this in a kneeling position. Have your collarbone nice and wide. I want your chest lifted and your abs engaged. Then you can take your inner armpits and move them to the back of the room to help your shoulder blades be flat on your back. Take the tip of your nose and draw it all the way down to your outer right shoulder. Then create a big rainbow with that same tip of the nose across the ceiling over now to your left outer shoulder. Then you're going to drop down and make a U. And that's our rotation. We're gonna go in both directions and then we're just gonna move on from there. So get ready to mobilize. It's a good one today. Take your rotations beginning clockwise. Good. And down. So for those of you that know, I have been on the hunt for a new condo or a new place to live because living in this apartment is like wearing two size too small pair of pants. You know what? I'm just stifled. We're gonna go the opposite directions now. I'm bursting at the seams and I'm feeling really restricted. And it's time to move. It's time to move on to a bigger place. Help me organize my life or unpack my life really, and do a lot more with Aline Postures, a lot more with you, and the time is coming. We're really getting there. So the open house came up this morning. I wanted to check it on out. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it's a beginning. Take your palms on up, thumb to the back of the room. Now reverse the direction, thumb, palms up the opposite direction, rotating inward and then rotating outwards. These are our shoulder capsule rotations. So think about taking a screwdriver and screwing your arm into its socket. That's exactly what you're doing here. Moving through your end range, like I said, your end range is going to be different day to day. Some days that you're more tired, your body's going to respond one way. Days you're more energized, it's going to respond another way. So when I say show up and give me your best, I mean your best today. In this moment. Ooh. These are one of those movements that I don't do often enough, and I can feel my right shoulder is way tighter than my left. Good thing we're doing this together. I need the accountability as much as you need me. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do cat-cow, shoulders over wrists. Draw your toes under for extra support, hips over knees, round into your upper back into your cow. Feel the vertebrae. Exhale, coming on down into your cow pose. Again, moving within the range of motion that feels good for your body today. Make sure that you do use your breath to expand the rib cage. That will help you in your cat pose here, in your spinal flexion. And then when you come down to extension, lift the chest, keep that collarbone wide and the inner armpits back. Good work. Breathe in, round, exhale, and smile. How you feeling today? Good. That's what I want to hear. Whether it's a good day, it's a tough day, it's a day that you are taking time out for yourself. All right, sit back on your heels. Press your hands into the mat, palms towards your knees, knees to the hand. We're going to go ahead and extend out the thoracic spine. So take your chest forward and then the bottom of your rib cage all the way down to your tailbone. So let's isolate the entire rib cage and create length in between all of the vertebrae in this area of the spine. Exhale, relax. Then draw again the hands into the knees in towards the hands. That gives you the resistance now to lift out of your chest and pull the bottom tips of your rib cage down. Good, you feel that? It's subtle, so you don't really see much movement from me here, and you're not gonna feel much movement in your body, but you can feel the rib cage expanding. Relaxed, and again, drawing them in. So use your breath to help, again, expand the rib cage as well. As you do that, as you expand wide, you can also expand lengthwise. 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. Now onto our toes, we're gonna lean back. You can just rock back and forth for your own toe stretch if this is where you're at. If you're feeling you wanna go a little bit deeper, you can come on up to your toes like this. All right, I'm gonna stay here. I'm feeling pretty good on my toes today. And up and down. Yeah, so I didn't really like the layout of the condo, but I think every time I go to these open houses, I tend to get more clear about what it is that's gonna work for me, things I like, things I don't like, and all of that information. And I think I know when I see the one that I want, I'm gonna know, right? I think that's how it works. I'm excited. I'm not gonna rush it. I don't think you can rush a process, but I am gonna be open. And I think that's a good place to be. All right, coming down for our wrist, palms on up. Opposite hand's gonna go right into the crevice of your wrist. We're gonna rock back and forth. This is gonna get the wrist extensors. So if you don't go too deep into your range of motion, don't worry. The way the wrist is designed, you're probably not going to go very deep. Exhale and over. Good work. And rotate. Now let's flip the palm the opposite direction. We'll do the same thing. Again, leaning in towards the midline of the body. You might actually go a little bit deeper with these wrist flexion. Yeah? So use the resistance of the other hand to help you stabilize that wrist while you move and mobilize. Beautiful. Last one. Onto the other side. Again, palm on up. Press your other hand into your wrist and begin your leans. Big sigh out. Feels good to spend time on the mat with your body. How's it feeling today? Let me know in the comments below. Are you tight? Are you loose? What are you? Let me know. All right, palm down. Again, getting those wrist flexors. Notice you can see me going a little bit deeper. So again, that might be the case for you, but if it's not, it's all right. This is your time. You're not competing with anybody but yourself. So I want you to give me your best, right? Make those changes. Ownership of that. Good work. Excellent work. We're gonna come down clock rotation. So moving the hands in from a child's pose into 10 o'clock. Then we're gonna extend out into 12 o'clock. And then over to 2 o'clock. We're gonna reverse the direction. Other hand on top. 2 o'clock. 12 o'clock. And 10 o'clock. You're just gonna keep moving, rotating the hand that's on top. Working a little bit more into that extension in the thoracic spine. Keep your abs engaged, your glutes engaged. Good work. Stretch. My favorite moves. Feels good. Reach. 10 seconds. Come on. We're gonna thread the needle next and add in a twist for some rotation for the thoracic spine. So keep one arm on out, thread the needle through, lifting elbow on up, extending the arm if you can. Otherwise, just stay with your elbow lifted. So with the arm straight out front, we're working the thoracic spine. So try and draw the opposite shoulder blade to to me, right? And then as you lift the elbow, try and spread across the collarbone. So everything in the upper body is wide, expansive, and the rotation's coming just from that thoracic spine. Lift on up, shine your heart. It's a good day, it's a good afternoon, it's a good evening. Anytime that you spend time being with your body, building that confidence, really does add on up. Good work. We're gonna go the opposite direction. Threading through, lifting on up. Again, you can stay here, or if you wanna raise all the way, lifting your arm to the ceiling. The choice is yours. I'll say it again, and it's yours alone. This is your time. I'm way stiffer on this side, so honestly, I think I'm going to just lift my elbow. So try and create width across the whole upper back. So move your shoulder blades, the outer shoulder blades apart, but you're kind of still squeezing the muscle in between them together. So again, creating that resistance, and the way we create resistance is we move in two opposite directions. Good work. Thread through. I've been adding in more thoracic rotations to my own personal mobility practice, and so far I'm loving it. Come on down to the mat for Cobras, hands by the ribs. We're gonna move dynamically on up and down. I want your abs engaged, I want your glutes engaged, and think again of that thoracic spine. So the entire rib cage region. Keep that expansion like we did with those thoracic spine extensions. Keep that here, but also lift the chest, widen the collarbone. That way you can protect yourself from just collapsing into the lower back vertebrae. You're pulling out, creating length. You'll notice that you might go a little bit deeper over time. And these are kind of some work for the triceps. Woo, mobility work isn't all just about moving through our end ranges. It also is about building strength and stability. Good work. Now we're gonna extend one arm forward, hand facing in. We're just gonna make these back strokes, okay? So tap, 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 tap. Good. Little more into the shoulders now while we hold spinal extension. So give me a big smile, chest is lifted. And then we're gonna move on to the other side, fingers facing in, backstroke. Up and back. You can make a little bit of a dance, pretty fingers. Dance like, bring that grace in. Woo. Good work. Back. I think I am fanning my plant here. 2 and 1. Coming on up to a lunge. So we're gonna lunge forward and twist. Sit back on the heel. Come forward and twist. In this movement, it is absolutely okay if your knee comes over your ankle. But if that's too much on your hips, just go to, or too much on your ankles, I should say, then just move to a degree that works for you. You're bringing in that same thoracic rotation, so you're squeezing the shoulder blades together while simultaneously widening your upper back. The shoulder blades itself won't widen, but you can use that visualization to be able to help you think about not crunching the chest together, but keeping it expansive. All right, now we're just gonna twist and open. Twist and open. Good. If you have twisted hips like I do, it's going to be really important as you do movements like this one to try and not go too deep into the twist. It took me a long time to get to this spot, and I honestly still think my right hip here is hiking up too high. My hips are so tight, so if you were like me, it's okay to slow down, maybe not go as deep into the twist, and use this time to explore. And if you want additional work with your hips, I actually break this down into its own workout. I'll link that below for you. Good work. We're gonna move on to the other side for our lunge and twist. Sitting back, coming forward. Again, it's expressive. So when we use movement to express ourselves, we can do so in playful ways. We can do that in very rigid ways. It doesn't matter. They all hold an important element to personal expression. So whether you're feeling tight and tense today and you're more rigid, or you're feeling more flowy and loose, one is not necessarily better than the other. They have different characteristics. So work towards your own goals. Grace is something that I personally am working on, but with being so tight, it comes and takes time. We're doing our lunge, twisting lunges. And twist. Beautiful. Doesn't this feel good? Doesn't it feel good to loosen on up? Breathe in and twist. Thoracic rotation with our hips, so kind of like a power punch here with this move. Exhale and twist. 15 seconds. Then we are going to move into deeper hip moves with a 90-90 rotation. So prepare to come on down to our mat in a 90-90 position, 90-90. We're gonna lean forward, reach on out, and move the other way. Rotate, reach on out. Reach. Good work. Reach. I'm feeling a little too tight to reach, so I am going to stick with just moving side to side. We have a couple minutes here actually on our hips because this is such a good movement. I wanted to give it a little bit of extra time. So if you want to start out without reaching and just, honestly, you could even just start rotating like this. And now you can bring in the reach if you're starting to feel it better in this angle. If you're more open in the hips and you can go deeper, you can then lean forward and twist on out. So leaning forward, twisting on out, and then if you can lean all the way down and then reaching around. Those are 3 different variations you can do based on how you are feeling today. Good, I'm gonna stay up. Woo. I am on a mission to figure out my hips and loosen them on up. And they have actually. They have absolutely loosened on up the more that I've done mobility work. It's something that I avoided for a long, long time. And that's why I'm here with you. Take some tibia twists. So our tibia bone, our shin bone, we're just gonna rotate it just like so. So you're pivoting on your heel. We're not moving the knee. We're just rotating the tibia bone. Moving through your end range. You might not be able to go inward as much as you are able to move outwards. You guys love this move, so I definitely wanted to include it in today's morning mobility routine. Let's go to the other side. Twisting, rotating. This side is not as mobile as my other side. Whew. Beautiful, you're doing so good. Twist, twist. You'll find that, again, all of these mobility exercises here will give you more range of motion. We're just gonna lie on our back and then make big circles. So pinky toes come all the way on out to the side, and then point your toes forward. Again, bringing the toes in and on up, flexing your foot. So move through your fullest expression here, okay? You don't have to rep it out, but move at a pace that allows you to really move through all of your ankle rotation, and then we can go the opposite direction. Ooh, that's a little more challenging for me. Is it for you? We did it. I can't believe we're here at the end. Just 10 seconds left. 20 minutes goes by so fast. I already do feel so much more energized. 2 and 1. Ooh, I'm just gonna do one last circle because it feels so good. All right, draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug, maybe a small rock in your back, just like so. And then if you can, come all the way on up. Guys, you did it. That was amazing. How do you feel? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed that. And again, regardless of what time of the day that it is for you, you just got it done. And I'm so super proud of you. You have just done amazing things for yourself and building your confidence, helping yourself understand your body a little bit more, and all such good stuff. So thanks so much for joining me here today. Make sure you are subscribed to Aline Postures, and I will see you in the next workout. Bye.